Katrina was the most catastrophic man-made disaster in the nation's history. Katrina changed everything, and every one of us. Over 80% of our city was underwater for over 3 weeks. Our infrastructure was almost completely destroyed. Our public facilities, schools, homes, and businesses. More than 1,800 of our citizens lost their lives, and hundreds of thousands were displaced.
People are not going to live in this city. We're not going to have businesses here if we can't put this as our #1 first step of reform.
Flooding was brought on by levee breaches due to poor construction and design. Yet, in November of 2005, in a special session of the state legislature, a bill to consolidate and reform the levee boards in southeast Louisiana was defeated. The bill had called for a unified, non-politically appointed levee board comprised of members with scientific and technological expertise and single focus on flood protection, members capable of providing necessary oversight. Citizens were enraged that our state lawmakers didn't act on this needed reform so vital to our region's recovery. My thought, let's harness this outrage, organize a petition drive, urging Governor Blanco to call another special session focused on flood protection and levee board reform.
We'll have one board that is reformed with people with expertise. We have one focus, levee board safety only.
120 concerned women met, and Citizens for One Greater New Orleans was born, an all-volunteer, grassroots, nonpartisan organization committed to the reform and renewal of our great city and a better Louisiana. We branded ourselves with Citizens for One pins, red jackets, as we were seeing red, and we wanted those legislators to see red too. Our interactive website was up and running in 3 days. The petition drive began that day. Within 3 weeks, we had 53,000 signed petitions, representing 1/3 of the New Orleans population at the time. The petition effort built a newfound collective voice and trust among citizens across the city and gave people much-needed hope. Governor Blanco called another special session. On opening day of the session, Citizens for One bussed 1,200 people to the steps of the state capitol for a rally. We never left the Capitol for the 2.5-week session. We were successful in passing the bill. It was a true team effort.
There is a hope and a belief among these everyday people that their collective voice will bring about better protection from killer storms.
Citizens for One Greater New Orleans decided to build on this success by undertaking tax assessor reform in Orleans Parish. We had 7 tax assessors, unlike the other parishes in our state and large cities around the country, who had 1. After Katrina, when tax assessments were useless, it was the right time to act. This was a tough bill to pass, as 2 members of the House committee hearing the bill were family members of Orleans assessors, but we were ultimately successful. Both levee board and assessor bills required passage of 2 statewide constitutional amendments. These efforts required public relations, meetings to educate the public, website communications, media outreach, and coalition building across our state. For these efforts in 2006, close to 2 million emails were sent to our state legislators. Both constitutional amendments passed by overwhelming majorities.
It shows the anger and outrage that everybody felt and the sense of hope through action.
The passage of these reforms demonstrated the power of the citizen voice and helped to advance civic activism during our region's darkest hour.
This is our home.